Hey everyone, so welcome to the round one recap of the Super 19 National Reading Chess Championship. And my first opponent was an 8-year-old. She was unrated. And yeah, so let's get right into it. She played d4. I was playing with the black pieces. I went e6. This is my opening preparation. e4, and I went into French defense, d5. And she played e takes d5. And I was like, oh god, are we really playing the exchange French? This is going to be so boring. E takes d5. c4, and I took d takes c4 because I wanted to make use of this isolated pawn, hoping it could be a weakness, a potential weakness for me to attack. Bishop takes c4, and I was like, my opponent is fairly young, so maybe I should try to complicate things because my usual line is bishop d6. This is my opening preparation, bishop d6. But I was like, let's have some fun, let's try to complicate things. This is a very dangerous mentality because since my opponent is very young, I was trying to play in not the best set of moves. So I played knight c6. This is not a good move because this allows white to have some seriously good play. Knight f3, and here I burned a lot of time. I spent like 20 to 30 minutes because I could not come up with anything remotely good. I checked bishop b4, but then that didn't suit me because knight c3, and he could have some annoying queen a4 threats. And d5 is a headache for me. So I was thinking, and finally I came up with queen e7 check, which is in fact another inaccuracy. My idea was queen e7 check, make her play bishop e3 or queen e2, and bring my bishop to g4 and castle queenside. Which turns out to, well, it's not really a good plan because I have issues. Black has serious issues here. My entire king side is undeveloped, while white can easily develop her pieces. See, this knight can easily come to c3. This bishop's active. This bishop's active. This knight's active. Everything's active. Castles kingside. Castles queenside. d5, and I'm not sure why she played this because she can't really take my knight here. It's pinned. She takes. I'll just take her queen. So this is an inaccuracy. I think it's more of a mistake actually because it just gives me some initiative. Some much needed initiative here. Knight f6. Attacking this pawn. h3, and another mistake by her. I played knight e5. I did consider playing bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, and going knight d5 here. But I was worried about queen to f5 check. I was seeing ghosts here because king b8. I wasn't sure if this is actually good for me because knight c3, and I might have some rather unwanted problems. But the engine says I'm fine. You should have gone for this. Knight e5. She took. Knight takes c4. Bishop takes a7. Knight takes d5, and the engine says this is perfectly fine for white. Queen a4, and this just practically makes things so much easier for me because queen a4 literally just, it says 0-0 here, but in fact I am very happy here because I had a really bad start to this game, and this gives me the chance to finally properly equalize. Queen to b4, I'm practically forcing exchange of queens. She should have played queen to c2. This gives me some problems. This can pose a real challenge to me because now this knight's under fire. I'll play knight b6 or something, and knight a5, and knight c3 is coming. It's very unclear, and the engine says that it's more or less equal with a slight advantage to white. So okay, and here I initially considered knight takes b4. This is indeed the best move, but I saw rook c1, and I considered, yes, knight takes b2 is a free pawn for me. But then knight e5, here I was worried. There's nothing to be worried about. This is the best line. Because then I have simply knight b d3 and I'm forcing an exchange. But again, thanks to having burned so much time, I was again seeing ghosts, and I played bishop takes b4. So many mischances. Bishop d4, rook a8, b3, knight b6, and here I just forced exchanges because I was like critically low on time. I had like less than 10 minutes or something. I practically blitzed this entire thing here. Rook takes c4, the engine says rook takes g4 is the better move. Okay, fate. And here, yes, I should have played an in-between move here. Knight e2 check. And then after king h2, now play rook e4. Now he has to play knight d3, and now he can grab his e4 pawn. Instead, I played rook e4, which allows rook e1. Rook takes e1, and rook d8. I was slight advantage, but nothing much really. f4, she's advancing her pawns. I took. Rook to e2, rook takes, knight takes, and I am a pawn up here. So f6, a blunder by her. G takes f6. Apparently, this was minus 3.1. I should have played g6 here. Apparently, this is just a blunder by me, because now, according to the engine, white can more or less get a draw here. So g6, with all the time pressure, I'm just missing stuff. I'm just bringing my king over, g4, knight e6. And I don't know why she played g5. Perhaps she forgot that I can take. See, this is the thing what happened. Since I was low on time, she had like 10 minutes more than me, so she started blitzing out all the moves, hoping to flag me, to put as much pressure on me as possible, which is a good strategy, but I think here it backfired. Sometimes you actually have to think, even if your opponent's like really low on time. And yeah, this is just easy cleanup. And yeah, I eventually promoted these. I promoted one of these pawns, honored her king, and mated her. I believe I turned this around actually after this whole queen e7 check fiasco. I thought that was it for me. Oof. Serious time pressure. I had like 2 seconds on the clock at one point. Thank goodness for the 30-second increment. Alright, catch you in the next round recap. Round 2. I'll be posting that recap as well. See you there. Peace out, guys.